Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
Todd, I guess we've got to sum that one up as a gutsy win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that ultimately we turned a disappointing 1-point weekend into, an okay 3-point weekend in a span of 4 or 5 minutes. But I mean, if you look at the overall game, listen, we competed. You look at the second period, the amount of turnovers that we had in front of their net, and a tenacious forechecking. And Kyle Haynes had a couple of point-blank shots. Brooksy had a penalty shot. I mean, we were all over them, right? And ultimately, I think what probably would have summed up the game if we didn't win it was 3 bad shifts. We, kind of a laziest back check. They get an easy goal. That third one, we turn the puck over at the red line when we have full control, and that can ultimately, that's how close the league is. But you know what, we were debating on the bench. We talked about the time we were going to pull the goaltender, and we thought, well, we have to come early. And tonight it turned out to the right decision. I mean, ultimately, if they shoot it down the ice and goes in, we lose 4-1. And people go away disappointed, but it was good to see some fireworks in the building. I really feel that the guys deserved it. Last night we showed both sides of the hockey club that we are. We can be dominant, we can switch right off. Tonight we were a lot better, and I'll take 3 points out of this weekend.
It would have been very easy, I would imagine, especially at this point in the weekend, with 3 minutes to go in a hockey game where you're 2 goals down, to have almost given up and just gone, well, that's it, we've not done it. But that was something else tonight.
Yeah, we called that down the bench a couple times, saying, look, we got to stick with it, because I mean, ultimately, the game went flat. We didn't go flat. The game went flat. They play that 1-4. They protect the lead. They sit back. It's near impossible to get in. You can see, they're standing back on the blue line waiting for us to come. It's hard to skate pucks in. You come down the left side, they drop back a bit on the right side, they get pucks, and they throw it out. I mean, it's negative, and it can kill a game. And you could hear the building was so flat, right? But we managed to turn that on its head very quickly, and tonight it went our way, which is great.
And then with 9 seconds to go and still a goal down, I mean, you don't expect to get a goal in those circumstances?
No, and I was happy for the guys, because I mean, I think that I voiced my displeasure in the room last night after the game as well, and we seem to be streaky. We're streaky good, streaky bad. We need to find that level of consistency, and so I was a bit harsh on a few guys last night, but I was happy for them. And at 5 seconds left, I don't think there was anybody celebrating more in the building than I was.
And you could see from the faces of the players on the ice all through the evening how much it meant and how much they were getting frustrated at not being able to bury that puck. And you could see it from you guys on the bench as well.
No, absolutely. I mean, we did have some quality scoring opportunities that we didn't take advantage of, and I think we put on 40 plus shots on net tonight. So not all of them were quality scoring chances, but finally we had guys driving to the net. I know Foxy drove the net a couple times last night. Scooney drove the net. Finally, we had somebody standing on top of his crease, and ultimately, it was those goal-most scrambles that won us the game, and it's something that we've been harping on all year. It's a hard job to do. I mean, I understand that. Nobody wants to go stand in front of the net and get cross-checked in the back and get hacked by the goalie, but it pays off. And, I mean, that's what this building wants to see. And you can see, let's try to put this into words. It's like, if we didn't score those goals, people would have ripped up their 50-50 tickets, thrown them down on the ground, and said, that's the worst hockey game I've ever seen. Ultimately, we played for, the entire game. And like I said, 3 mistakes cost us. Tonight it went our way, and people are going away satisfied. I have players smiling. They got a 3-point weekend, and, they put themselves up in 5th place. So good for them.
fifth place, 2 points ahead of Braehead. I think we've got a couple of games in hand, and you're still within touching distance of fourth as well with Nottingham.
Yeah, I mean, we're only a point behind them. We won the season series against them this year 3-1, which is a great accomplishment. Unbelievably, I think we have a better record in that conference than we do in our own for some weird anomaly this season. But yeah, it's good.
You're heading down to Manchester on Saturday, and that'll be the first time that you've seen Manchester after everything that happened in this building. What sort of reaction are you expecting or down there?
Well, I mean, ultimately, I said my piece on what happened, and it got sorted out by the powers that be. It really didn't have much to do with us as a team. You know, I think that the two teams have been competing well against each other. I know that for the most part, every time we go down there, we've taken good numbers. People enjoy going there. There seems to be good banter in between the fans. So ultimately, big picture things, I'd like to see that continue. I know it's a good weekend for folks, and ultimately, you know, I really believe that, you know, the majority of away fans have a good time in this building as well.
Todd, thanks very much.
Thank you.
The Bay Hotel, where your dream wedding becomes reality. Visit us at thebayhotel.net.